Hey there, comic book fans. I'm back with another late night, at least for me, comic book haul. I was at the comic shop earlier today. Um, let's start out with the top of the printer books. What do we got here? We have got Grimjack number 13 and When Gods Walk the Earth, the Eternals number 16. These are on top of my printer all week so I can look at them. A little Tim Truman Grimjack. I always enjoy that. And Jack Kirby Eternals. I don't know who was inking him at this time. I didn't look it up. Mike Royer or somebody maybe was inking him on these. I don't even know. On these covers. Maybe Jack inked the covers himself. Not sure, but I don't even remember this cover. At least it doesn't stick in my mind. So it's good to see it all week. Had it out there so I could look at it. And along these lines, I got a couple of things off of eBay. I'm not a fan of Flash, but he's got this one cover that I've always considered classic. And I ended up getting it on eBay because I don't know, I just decided I wanted it. Where is it? Flash 159. And this is a really nice, sharp version of this. I just love it, this whole cover. I think Carmen Infantino cover did such a nice job with it. Flash walking off, the typography on the sign above his head, typography on a literal sign down there. I just think this is a terrific, the Go-Go Checks era. I just think that this is just one of my favorite Flash covers ever. Even the you can see the gray on the yellow, and they could only use that gray on the covers. So even that makes it a little special. So I was looking this up on eBay, trying to find a good copy of it. I don't know about the whole book, but this cover is about an 8.0, I would say. So it's really nice. And sometimes I like to scan these in and print out a big version of it for myself. So I wanted a really nice cover. And usually they go from anywhere from $10 to $25, and they were crappy. This guy had these two together. This is 157 and 159. I wasn't particularly interested in 157 and 159, but together with tax and shipping, these two were $22. And so that was a good price for this one alone, especially in this nice condition. So I bought, there was only like one picture of these, and it wasn't a particularly good picture. But I was like, $22, I'll take a chance that this looks as nice as it did in the picture. And it does. So those are two extra things I got this week off of eBay that I don't usually get back issues. But let's see what I got at the comic shop. We'll start out with Spawn 353. That's a weird. I didn't even. It's funny. I haven't even looked at I got them at the comic shop. I brought them home. I didn't even get a chance to look at them. I was busy. This is like the first time I'm looking at this cover. It's like Dancing Spawn. Woohoo! Still only $2.99. Who's doing this one now? Rory McConville with Tom Barland as additional script. Brett Booth on the art and Adeleso Corona and Daniel Enriquez on the inks with David Ramos on the colors. Nice cardstock cover on that one too. Let's see, the second one we got is Joseph Schmalke's 7 Years in Darkness, Year 2. This is the one that's about some school that opens every 100 years and trains wizards, and only I think they train like 100 wizards and only 6 of them survive or something like that. I think the 7 Years in Darkness, Year 1, must have been a couple. I guess they're going by the years of the students. And they just had a one-shot. It must have been 6 issues on the first series. And they just had a one-shot, The Worm. I forget what worm it is. So I'm looking forward to this. This is a nice package, too, from CEX. I like these good, thick cardstock, but matte cover. It's got a nice texture to it. So good physical comic. I like that. Then we've got The Principles of Necromancy from Magma. First issue of this was like a body horror book with these Vikings. And I think sort of like Ice Cream Man, each issue is going to be a new story. Wasn't there supposed to be an issue of Ice Cream Man out this week? How come I didn't get it? Nice artwork. Who's doing this? Writers Jackson Lanzig and Colin Kelly. The artist is Eamon Winkle. Is that an E? That's tough to read, this font. But nice artwork. I liked the artwork in the first issue. It's kind of gross out horror stuff too. There's the doctor in his doctor's mask, sort of like a plague mask sort of thing. There he is without his mask. He's got coal for eyes or something. So we'll see how this... enjoyed the first issue. We'll check out the second one. Then we've got issue 3 of Rick Remender and Bengal's Napalm Lullaby. I'm noticing a lot of 24-page comics from... this is a 24-page comic. I can tell just by feeling it. Spawn, I think, is a 24-page comic. So that just means there's no ads in the back. A lot of times the 32-page comics will have 24 pages of comic and then 8 pages of house ads in the back. But some nice artwork. This one's weird. It's about Superman and a religious cult maybe took over the world, and these two people are trying to take the world back from them or something. But they seem like the main characters seem like minor characters, so I'm not sure how they're going to take the world back. But Rick Remender series have ways of changing the whole concept of the series as time goes by. And here is Dark Ride, issue number 12, the last issue of this series. Once again, good thick cardstock cover on that. Nice. I think that's a 32-page book. It's tough to tell. Might only be 24 because with the cardstock, it's not always... I think that's 24 also. But this has been a good series. Joshua Williamson, Andre Bresson, colorist Adriano Lucas, Pat Brousseau on the letters. Same guys who did Birthright. That's what made this an automatic buy for me. I enjoyed Birthright so much. This one's been fun too. About a horror theme park that the original guy sold to demons to get running. So it hasn't been worked out so well for the guy's kids so far this series. But I'll pick up whatever they do next too. And here's one that 62 Lefty Blues told me about last week. He said, you didn't pick up Mugshots by Mad Cave? He's like, that one looked like it was up your alley. And I don't think I saw it last week. I don't know if they got it in this week late or wasn't. And I didn't even see it last week, but it does look like it's up my alley. That nice sort of graphic designy artwork. I don't know what it's about. Have you seen this girl? Grace Bannon, 19 years old. I guess that's her. Missing. But really does look nice, so I figured I'd give it a shot. Not a great cover on it, and you can see that the paper is warping even with this only cyan ink on it, so. There's this Mad Cave. Give me a better cover than that. And then I picked this one up. Once again, just because it was $2.99, 24 pages again, I can feel that. But with a cardstock cover. This is in the new Spawn universe. There's a little tag there that says what? New You. So there's like some new Spawn. This is only a 3-issue series. Who's doing this? Script plot, Sean Lewis. Art, Valerio Giangiordano. Colors, Ulysses Areola. Lettering, and World Design. And this is the Todd McFarlane cover. I have no idea what this is about. I looked through it and it looked okay. Then I said, oh, it's $3. I'll give it a try for $3. Why not? So they're my let me show you a little something different I did this week. I decided to put one of my covers on an actual comic. So let me show you what I do here. Sometimes I just like to do this. This is one of my covers to comic books that don't exist Dreams of Things number 182 I picked to do this with. And on the back is some of my radiantcomics.com 4 Talking Boxes strip. And I just put some of my ink drawings on either side here. To make sort of my own looking comic. And it's one of the free comic book day ones. What I do is I pull out the staples of the free comic book day one. I punch holes where the staples go. And after printing, this is on a glossy stock paper where I can print on both sides. And then I put the staples back through, the original staples I put back through the holes and bend them over. And I just kind of like the way it looks. You know, makes one of my covers to comics that don't exist look like a comic that exists. You know, this was originally one of these 11 by 17 Dreams of Things ones. I think I'll probably make a few more. We'll see. Like I said, looks pretty cool as an actual kind. There's one with one of the logos running down the side. I don't think I've ever printed one out like this with the logo running down the side. So that kind of looks cool. All right. So there you go. Some comic books, some artwork, and you guys have a good week out there.